Perfect. Okay. All right. Well, welcome to our 2 month of summer accountability group. We're going to go over just some of the things that we're changing up with the next 2 months in a moment. But I think as I was thinking through tonight and just kind of launching this 2 month incredible, beautiful thing that we're going to be doing here together, I don't want to just jump into all the bells and whistles and all the things that we're going to be going through. I want us to, if you're able to turn your camera on, I would love that, since this is kind of like a close-knit, intimate group. We want to get to know one another. This isn't just for us to go do work. This is for us to connect with one another, to find like-minded people, to run together, to encourage one another. So I appreciate you guys doing that. But as I was sitting here thinking through the next 2 months, I don't want us just to show up right here, right now for the next 2 months and just go through the motions and just do the checklist and mark things off. I want us to have just a deep reason as to why we're here. There are some of you who've been here with me for 6, 7, 8 years. Why are you still here? Why are you taking time out of your Monday night to come and be on a call with a network marketing company with a group of women from all over the country? If you are brand new, why are you here? What is it that's drawing you to come and do this, to stretch yourself, to learn, to become educated in the products, and to put yourself out there and to start helping other people? If you've been here for, a year, you're still new in this, like, why are you still showing up? So what I want everybody to do is I want you guys to take 1 minute. I'm going to set my alarm. I want us to take 1 minute, and I want you to jot down. Goal here would be for you to write down 3 reasons why you are, if you're brand new here, why you're showing up. If you've been here for a while, why are you still showing up? Write down those 3 things, and then we're going to do something with that. So we're setting the alarm for 1 minute. Ready, go. If you're just hopping on, we are writing down why you are still here, why you're showing up for the next 2 months. Write it down. We're going to talk about it in a minute. Okay, great. Does everybody have a few things jotted down of why they're still here? Okay, so one of the things that we've implemented in our accountability group over the past couple of months is doing just random breakout rooms. And that might make some of you a little bit nervous. That might make some of you really excited because you love connecting with people. But again, like I said, just at the beginning of this, what we're doing here is connecting, and this is a small group of us. And so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to split us up into a couple random groups. This is not the group that you're going to be in for the next 2 months. This is just a random group, just so you can kind of get a feel for what the next 2 months will be when we break into our small little pods on our calls every night or every Monday. But what I want you guys to do is it's going to be a random breakout. There are going to be a couple of you in each group. Don't be nervous. Don't be afraid. I want you to share your name. I want you to share where you're from, maybe like an interesting fact about yourself or something that you're grateful for, something that you love, just something about you. And then I want you to share one of the reasons why you are showing up to accountability, why you are committing for the next 2 months. Sound good? So, name, where you're from, just something about you, and one of those points that you wrote down on why you are still here. So you're going to see a breakout notification in just a second. Hold, please. Holly, I always need you. Okay, I think I got it. Sorry, it's been a minute, you all. Let's do let's do 5 rooms. Okay, you guys should see something pop up right now. So go to that room and then we'll do this for about 7 minutes. If you need help, let me know and I can put you where you need to be. Britt, did it assign you, Brittany? Let's see. Kiri, do you see where you're going? There, so you're muted, Kiri. Okay, let me.
But it popped up, but then it went away, so I don't know.
Okay, hold on just a second. Oh, hi, Amy. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me move you, Kiri. Well, I don't know why it's not letting me. Kiri, I don't know why it's like it's gone now. I don't know why it's not.
Yeah, it's not coming up with anything. Usually it pops up on my screen.
Okay, I'm just gonna move you to room 4. All right.
Okay,
Amy,
there it
that's
goes.
Amy. I'm gonna move you to room 5. And Britt, I'm gonna move you to room 3.
I love Plexus and I take it every day. And when I feel like, I can't get people to join, I work at a clinic where I keep having people show up that I think, oh, they could benefit from this. And so I like to share it with them, and it just keeps happening. And so that's where I'm at with Plexus.
Hi, I'm Holly, and I am from the great state of Texas. Y'all are coming to see me next week.
Oh,
Um, and I am with Plexus, still with Plexus after 5 years, because somehow I still believe that it's possible for me, and because I don't want to give up the income that I am making so that I can pay for products for my family and I.
I am Molly. I'm brand new to not to the products, but to the business side of it. And I currently live in Texas. I was born and raised in Louisiana. I didn't really understand that part of the question. I live in Texas right now with my family. I have 3 kids, and I there are a few reasons why I'm here, but one of the ones is for my family, the opportunity that it provides to say yes more. Um, and so, yeah, that's why I'm here.
Have you all gone? Liz, did you go?
We did. Yep. We're waiting on Carly. She was feeding her kids, but she was coming back to tell us. So, Carly, are your kids fed?
Well, almost, but dad can take over now. Um, I'm from Boise, Idaho. I can't remember all the prompts, but I'm a nurse here. I joined under Hannah. I am here because I do love the community. Um, I do love the aspect of helping others feel better with their health. And then impacting finances is awesome. And it's a goal of mine of what it can become. But I've also loved all the trips that I've been on because I love to travel. So that keeps me here too, because I love that fun part of it.
Thanks.
Okay.
I'll go if everyone else is gone. Yeah. Okay, so I'm Emily. I also live in Boise, Idaho. I get to see Carly a lot, so that's been really fun. I've been with Plexus 8 years, and when I started, it was to get my products paid for and to get my husband's products paid for and to be able to go to the grocery store without dipping into our savings account and without being stressed over finances. And then it morphed into getting our girls into extracurricular activities and being able to actually like go to a store and buy a gift for somebody rather than me have to like thrift it or yard sell it or make it because we were so tight financially. And then we got to the top of the company, and we got to the top of the company 5.5 years ago, 5 years ago. And just seeing what it's done for our family and for so many families underneath like in our team, it gives me this deep desire. Like
Oh,
I want other people to experience what we have experienced. Like I want that. And so the reason I'm still showing up is because I want to help at least five other women in my level one. I want to help at least five other women get to the top of the company because I want them to experience what we've experienced. So thank you guys for being on. And let's get out of this and we'll go back to the main room. Okay? Should close you out.
Were we supposed to click something? No. Hey, we're good.
Okay. Holly Stark, I see you. Does it look like most everybody's on here? And about 28-ish
We
people.
have 14 of our 28 people.
Okay, thank you. Will you
So
just
there's
let me know?
still,
Because I can only see a little bit of you guys. Thanks, Hall.
yeah.
Or is it still 14? I don't want to overwhelm people.
24,
Okay.
26.
All right. Well, let's go
There you
ahead and get started. So we're going to get into the nuts and bolts here. Tonight is going to be a shorter call. Normally we have the first 30 minutes is going to be assigned to our accountability group. And then the second 30 minutes is just like you're welcome to join power half hour. So we go from accountability group straight into getting into action and working. Tonight's just going to be kind of walking through accountability group nuts and bolts. And if anybody has any questions, I can't see the chat right now, so feel free to unmute yourself if I pass over something or maybe I don't answer your question towards the end. Okay, so like I said, we're starting just for 2 months. This is new. We've always done 3 months. So I'm excited to see how this is going to work out for us doing a 2 month stint. So we will end on August 11th. We've also made an adjustment to the timing. It's working for some people, it's not working for others, but that's just the way it goes. But we have quite a few people in central, like CST and EST time zone, and so that gets late. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to be working until the late hours of the night. And so we're going to respect everybody's time. And I know that maybe the summer isn't the best time to do this because a lot of times people stay up a little bit later, kids might stay up a little later, but we felt good about transitioning to 7 o'clock Mountain Standard until 8 o'clock. So, question here, and I'd like for a few of you to unmute yourself. When you hear the word accountability group, like what comes to your mind? Maybe a feeling, like what do you think would you describe accountability group as? Like what kind of feeling does it give you? Unmute yourself, a few of you, if you don't mind answering that question.
Okay, so I get a couple of words to me. Like for me, it makes me think about motivation just because like the community, like when you're in accountability group, there's community. So like you don't, if you're struggling with something, you're not alone and you don't feel alone. If you're succeeding in something, people are celebrating with you. So for me, accountability group is hold my feet to the fire and celebrating wins as we go. That's kind of what I get through when I think of accountability group.
Love that. Thank you, Sarah.
It means two things to me, and I'm going to be the one who's a little different because I always am. The first thing it means to me is dedication because this is full of women who are dedicated and driven, and it's beautiful. But it also means it can be overwhelmed and scary to me because it's a commitment. And I'm trying to learn about myself that I don't do well with like the consistency. I like a little bit of the chaos. So trying to figure out where the stability fits in and see it as an opportunity instead of something that's scary. And so that's just me being truly vulnerable.
No, that's beautiful. And I know that you're not the only one that feels that way. And that's how you should feel. You're putting yourself out there, you're stretching your comfort zone, and that is scary. So that is very normal. Maybe one more person.
To me, it means keeping myself focused and on track too, for sure.
I love that. Yeah, it's really easy. Like whenever we have kind of a grace period in between accountability groups, it's easy. I find myself like I'm not maybe doing the income producing activities like I normally do in accountability group because I'm documenting it and I'm sharing it with everybody so people can see. And it is a type of accountability. And so I kind of slough off a little when we don't have accountability. So exactly, that's right, Crystal. Like it's this discipline, it's keeping us on track, it's keeping us on focus. But like Sarah Jo said, also with a group of like-minded women, community who are coming together, men and women who are coming together and learning from one another. So what I said here is just we're a 2 month focused and committed group that gets into action. That's like the big thing. We're getting into action. So that way we can grow intentionally, we can connect and learn from each other, and we can have accountability while also having fun doing it. So we'll do fun random prizes, we'll do fun little pop-up parties, we'll just try to make it fun as we are growing and growing together over the next couple of months. And this summer, because it is summer, we're going to kind of try to dial it down a little bit. And so we're simplifying. Sarah talked about the celebration. I really want us to amplify that celebration because that creates momentum and excitement and energy and fun. So real quick, here are a few expectations when entering into and committing to an accountability group. Now, keep in mind, you are not signing in blood. This is a volunteer army. This is to help you. So don't sit here and think, oh my gosh, look at all these expectations. This is to help you to have that intentional growth in your business. So the expectations are that you are showing up intentionally to your business during these summer months. You are attending our weekly Monday night Zoom calls. As I mentioned at the very beginning, trying to keep your screens on. And that, again, is just so we can connect and see one another. Now, I know many of you have young babies, and so sometimes you might have to put an earbud thingy in and turn the screen off so that way you can rock your babies to sleep. Totally get that. You do what you need to do. This is something new, but submitting a simplified weekly checklist rather than what we've done in the past. This is a more simplified thing, but still guidance. And then this is a new thing again, is this pod that we're going to have, and we'll talk about that in a little bit more detail in a moment, but staying engaged in your pod chat for encouragement, connection, and accountability. And lastly, and really the most important, is to have fun here. Reclaim your joy in what you're doing and do the next right thing. Do the next right thing. That's the expectation. Okay, so let's go into this kind of summer guide, the simplified thing that I want you all, myself, to be focusing on this week or the next 2 months in our accountability group. So those of you who've done accountability group with us in the past, I've created just different like IPA forms just as a guide of like, hey, if you want to grow your business, you need to be talking to people, you need to be following up with people, you want to be training yourself, you want to be mentoring, you want to like all these ideas that are so very important. And some people love them. Some people get really overwhelmed by them, but we have to have some sort of guidance because I mean, we've got new people here. We've got new people who are wanting the business and we can't have them just come in blind. And so we've got to have some sort of guidance so that way we're not, when we're sitting down to work, we're not doing work that's just fluff. We're doing intentional income producing work. And so this is kind of our change for this next 2 months is I've just put together this simple summer guide with 3 things that you need to be focusing on during your work week. These are your 3 things: connecting with people, starting conversations by commenting, messaging, and showing up authentically. But look at that, connecting with people. That's your number 1 focus. Your second is sharing Plexus boldly and clearly. You're talking about the products, you're sharing your story, and you're inviting other people in. And then third focus of your work week is to follow up and care well for your people. Stay in touch with your current customers and your teammates, and doing that with heart and care. So that's what I want you to do. And you can do that whatever way feels right to you. You don't have to do a 3-2-1, if you know what I'm talking about, blast from the past, or 5-3-1. Like you don't have to have stuff like that where you're like writing in everybody's names. For me, I'm still going to write down every single person's name because I don't want people to drop through the cracks. But this is just a really great, simple guide that what you can do is taking note of what you're doing with your work week, and then you're going to just submit that. However that looks, if that is just you doing a check mark on these 3 boxes, yep, I did these 3 things throughout the week, then that can be your work. For me, like I said, I'm probably still going to take a document or take a picture of all of my, like the names that I'm talking to, the training that I'm doing, so I don't forget and down the road whenever I'm needing to follow up with people. Anybody have any questions on this flow right here? Does this feel good to you guys? Does this feel more simplified, still giving a little bit of guidance, but a little bit more freedom and maybe less overwhelm? I'm seeing a few head shakes, so that makes me feel good. Okay. All right. Let's talk briefly about our pods and the book study. I'm very excited about this. So what I want us to do, and this is going to be created after tonight. I wanted to see who all was going to be hopping on, who all was going to be committed. This is going to be me sitting down with some of the leaders and just intentionally putting people in different pods. And we're going to put you guys into messenger chat groups so that way you know who your pod is. And so, it might be Crystal, Holly, Lauren, and Sarah Jo. They might be in a pod together. So that means they're going to be in a chat. I'm going to put them in a chat and they're going to be like their own pod for 2 months. And they're going to encourage one another. They're going to share things that they're learning. They might share some wins in their chat. They might ask some questions like, hey, what would you do to help with this question that I just had from a customer? Or what would you recommend, for this girl that I'm talking to? Like you guys just utilizing one another, really amplifying the celebrations, troubleshooting, connecting, supporting one another. So you're going to do that through the week just in chats. Now that is not, I don't want to overwhelm you and say like, oh, now you're going to have a whole new thing that's blowing up. Your focus isn't on this pod though. This is a support. Your focus is on your work, but this is a support group with you so you don't feel like you're alone in your work the next 2 months. Then we will come onto our Monday night calls. We'll meet as a group for about 10-ish minutes, and then I will break you up into your specific pods. So that way you guys are together, connected with your pod, you're eye to eye to one another. You already are building that engagement, or not engagement. You're already building that connection with one another. And so that's going to feel like family every week that you come together with them. Any questions on that? I want them to be active. I want you guys to just feel safe in these groups. Like I said, we'll get those forms after tonight. And then we are also doing a book study. This is going to look a little different from former book studies that we've done in the past. We've had a book study and we've had like a set schedule of you need to read chapter 1, you need to read chapter 2, you need, like having a set reading schedule. And we would talk on a Zoom specifically about that book. We're not doing that over the next 2 months. But we do have this book, fair warning. Obviously, as you can see in the title, I'm not going to say it, but there is some language in it, which I hate that. Like I hate that. But it is a really, really good book specific to network marketing. And so if you have little eyes that can read, maybe hide that, maybe don't get it out while they're awake, maybe do it during nap time or something. But take the next 2 months and read it at your leisure. And then the things that stand out to you, share it in your pod. Share it in your chat. We might discuss it a little bit on Monday nights when we're all together as a group, but it's just nice to know that though we're not having weekly like checkpoints with one another as a big group, like we're all reading this together. It's not mandatory, but I do highly recommend it because it's all about tangible, tactical things on how to do your network marketing and also a lot of discussion about mindset. Okay, I'm going to see, I think I'm seeing maybe some chats. If anybody's having questions, please let me know. Okay. Oh, perfect. Hannah, tape a sticky note over it. That's super smart. Okay. All right. Next is the thing that we've all been waiting for. Maybe you're like, what are we waiting for? I have no idea. This is something that I'm really, really, really excited about. And this is just for you guys. This is not open to the full team. This is only open to those who are committed to accountability group over the next 2 months. We are going to be doing a fall team retreat in the cozy cabin and mountains of Idaho. I am super, super excited about it. Like I said, this is just for this group right here. The contest, we're going to backdate it. It starts June 1st and it goes all the way until August 31st. Spaces are limited because we are at a cabin and we don't have a huge, massive cabin, but we have a cabin that can hold at most 20 people. That's at most. And that means some people might be on the floor. So spaces are limited. But the team fall retreat is going to be one night in Boise, which is where I live, and it is so flippin' fun here. We had a level 1 team retreat here 2 years ago in the fall, and it was really beautiful and really fun. So we're gonna have a night on the town in Boise, and then we're going to have 2 nights up in a cabin up in the mountains, about anywhere from an hour and a half to 2.5 hours from Boise. Your lodging and most of your meals will be covered along with some really fun surprises. And we'll go into a little bit more of the like what you're covering, what we're covering in just a moment. But this is how you earn a spot. You must personally enroll 6 VIPs between June 1st and August 31st. They need to have 100 PV, but that's like on average 2 VIPs a month. That is so possible. So it's 6 VIPs this summer. You need to help one level 1 go silver. It doesn't have to be a new customer that you just signed. It can be any level 1, but you need to help one level 1 go silver. If you're new and you're like, what the heck does that mean? That means you sign a customer and you help them get 3 customers under them. When they get those 3 customers under them in 1 month's time, they are the first rank, which is silver, and they've earned themselves a very nice bonus. And then lastly, is you need to submit at least 7 out of the 9 weekly check-ins that we have for accountability. Today didn't count because we didn't have today, I mean, we just are starting. So the check-in thing today, that does not count, but you need to have 7 out of your 9 meetings that we have on Monday nights. You need to submit your work. if you have somebody that joins you in the middle of the summer and they want to run the business, they can join accountability group and they are eligible to be a part of the fall team retreat. That just means they still need to sign six. They still need to help somebody go silver. The only thing that we'll make adjustments for is number 3, where they submit a certain amount out of the 9, because obviously they entered in later into the season and into the time. So they need to be submitting 75% of their Monday nights. Does that make sense? Because it's like 75%. Okay, any questions before I move on? Unmute yourself if you have any questions or any thoughts. Okay, next. So these are the details here. Feel free to take a screenshot of this if you want. I will be putting these graphics in our accountability group team page, so you'll have all of that. But these are details. You guys would arrive on Thursday, and we can work out times. Like if you're coming from further away and you need to come earlier, we can work all that stuff out. So it tells you the dates, and then departing like on later on the 5th, which is Sunday, or first thing on Monday morning, the 6th. You are responsible for your transportation to Boise. After that, we'll be able to pick you up from the airport. You'll have lodging to stay at my house. There are other places around here that you can stay for free. We will do a fun breakfast going out to eat. So you'll be in charge of a breakfast one morning. You'll also be in charge of a lunch Saturday and Sunday, and then any extras that you want to bring, like snacks or whatever. We are covering your lodging, like I said, transportation after you get to Boise, dinners on Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. We're going to cover breakfast. We're going to cover breakfast on Saturday and Sunday. And then, like I said, a lot of fun, like surprise and delights, just to celebrate you as a retreat earner. So take a screenshot of that. And then I put together a tracker for you. Super simple. For those of you who are at our fall retreat in Fayetteville, I don't know if you guys remember this picture, but this was out at that really fun place in Sequoia, where we had a bonfire and lights and we sang, and it just was so sweet. And so our time together is so precious. So I really hope that this is something that excites you, because this is something that is going to be really impactful. It's going to help your business as you're growing to earn the retreat, and then coming together in the fall just as a group of women who love each other and are good people and who love other people and have a whole heck of a lot of fun in Idaho in the fall. I mean, can you think of anything better? No. So again, I'll have this printed, or I'll have this for you in our accountability group page, so you can take it and print it. And then it, like I said, it's going to be spots are limited. So once you earn it, you need to let me know, because I can't keep track of everybody. So I need you guys to be tracking your stuff and send me your tracker as soon as you guys earn it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop the share because I'm pretty sure that was my last one, and then see if anybody has any questions. Are you guys excited about this? Is this fun? Okay. Anybody have any questions? Okay, yes. Thank you, Lacey. So doable. It is so very doable. Yeah, and Carly J, it will either be at my parents' cabin, which is in Cascade, that's an hour and a half away, depending on how many people earn it, or it will be at Hannah's family's cabin, which is in McCall, which is a super cute little mountain town, and that's the one that holds more. And then you guys will be in great momentum for whenever the Plexus Leaders Retreat contest starts in September, because you guys are in activity. You're doing accountability group, you're working, you're helping. Because remember, if you guys remember in the past, I don't know what Leaders Retreat will be like this year, but in the past, they give you like your credits, like retention credits for the Plexus Leaders Retreat starts July and August. So anyways, I'm getting too much in the weeds here, but this can really help propel you forward for the Plexus Leaders Retreat, which, if you're new, we've had cruises and we went to the Dominican Republic and Florida and Disney World and all sorts of things. So really, really fun. Okay. Anybody have any thoughts, any questions before we close out? Yes. Okay, and then next week we are not meeting because we have convention, which I hope every single one of you will be there because it is so important to go to these things and we're gonna have a heck of a time. It's gonna be so freaking fun. And then the following week I will not be on, but I'm gonna ask somebody else to step in and lead because we will still be traveling back from convention. And then we'll get the party started after that. We're going to have so much fun. So if you guys have questions that I didn't answer, feel free to stay on and I can help answer them or send me a message and I can help answer them too. You guys are amazing. We will see you in Dallas next freaking week. Woo! Okay, love you all. Bye.